Hello and welcome to Lord Lukan, and
Hang on a second.
we're going back to love during lockup. In this episode,
Oh my God, why are you doing this to your life?
then Seth Rogen gets the munchies,
Yeah, you know, love is blind, right?
and everyone gets a cool phrase to say.
You know, the person you marry is not the person you divorce.
Salutations, hearty handshakes, and a brandy by the fire to those beautiful people who have subscribed, and a cocktail by the pool to the members of the Lukan Manor. First today, we're gonna get an idea of a day in the life of Diva Neka, and the diva they call Neka is busy working.
It's burned the hell up in here. It feel like the car's on fire.
Ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time for that.
She's arrived at one of the salons that stock her eyelashes and house one of her vending machines. Yeah, I walk into a salon like that too. I'd like to get my hair cut, please.
You are right back in the mess.
But she's not there to get a haircut. No.
No.
She's just here to tend one of her,
5 eyelash vending machines.
with which she makes a pretty decent return.
And I make about $20,000 a year from each vending machine.
Which isn't bad. That's $1,666 a month per machine, or $75 a day. If a set of eyelashes is somewhere around $8, then she needs to sell 9 sets a day. And considering there's no state or national records of her businesses or taxes, but shh, don't worry about tax and all that kind of thing.
Nothing to see here.
She'll also have the restocking costs and the outlay of around $4,500 for each machine, or $408 a month on a payment plan. The whole vending machine thing is a pretty regular kind of business model. The only issue some might have is that people may prefer other brands which aren't made from real mink, which is lovely because no one likes animal testing, especially Frank, because he's rubbish at exams. But forget all that stuff about business. She's one tough bar-dropping mofo.
Walk in the club and I'm trying to get lit.
Oh good, a rap song about getting lit in a nightclub. Yeah, that'll be fresh. But hey, don't you go messing with this group of rapscallions.
You bitches with me.
Yeah, let's just remind ourselves of the Badass Brigade from one of our earlier episodes. Ooh yeah, don't forget Ice Pubes, Post Maletas, and Little Spaz X. And if there's one thing the hood needs, it's more denim. She says that she and her gang ain't paying for shizzle.
Me and my gang ain't paying for.
And I guess that includes the people who supply her product placements.
I
Yeah.
might need to be getting paid then.
No, silly you.
Poor, don't be stupid.
Okay, look, I've got to say something about the hair, so I'm probably missing something here. As you may know, I'm not exactly a paragon of trend. But when baby hairs get so big, it looks like someone stuck post-its on your face while you were sleeping. Surely that means they're now just called hair. Anyway, enough of that. She's a pretty nice person, and she turns to mush when she talks about Asante.
When I first laid my eyes on Asante,
Bless her, she's all loved up. And the meeting of minds was music to her ears.
on Asante in a video call. I felt butterflies in my heart. Felt like high school love. He made me like Niagara Falls down there, you know?
Yes, sorry about that. Don't know what happened. Anyway, Nika's friend does what friends do in these shows. She points out the problems.
Talk about 6 to 8 times a day.
So you just on
Send
the
them
phone.
pictures.
Well, he was going to pop over, but, you know, security's been a bit tight recently.
What the hell are you talking about?
So yes, right now the relationship is just virtual.
Are you stupid?
But, well, there's nothing wrong with a virtual relationship. A friend of mine met a woman from the US and ended up moving there. They met on Tumblr over a shared love of...
Either go up with the hand up.
But Nika stands by her man.
Oh, but we got a good relationship, real good bond.
Well, I suppose it's a pretty sweet deal. He can't go anywhere. The only thing he could get familiar with would be Big Barbara from Ewing. But don't worry, classic reaction Shanice is on hand to look like the thing we're thinking about.
Say what?
So Nika talks to her friend, and classic response Shanice through Asante's troubles.
Robbery.
Say what?
And theft of motor vehicles and stuff.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Oh my God, why are you doing this to your life?
At least she's not thinking about uprooting the entire family to go be with a guy that only existed in emotionally charged fantasy phone calls.
We moving from my mother's house in Louisville, Kentucky.
Of course she is. I mean, if it was a bad idea, somebody might make some sort of subtle hint about it.
Red flag, red flag.
Nope, can't hear a thing.
No good. Can't hear you.
But I do hear her friend when she says,
Who's to say that's even his name, really?
I do agree with that one. You can search court records, police records, arrest records, family trees in the whole of Georgia for the name Asante Golson, but you get... There's an Asante Johnson visited of a similar age and pops up in his areas, but I couldn't be certain, as there are quite a few Golstons in Atlanta. Anyway...
Who's to say he's anything that he says? He's over the phone.
Okay, well, let's not go carried away. Don't think it's got to conspiracy level quite yet. Diva Neka is floating on the dream of a perfect future.
I feel like it's gonna be perfect when he come home.
And why the hell not? There's all this bad stuff to think about, but Neka has a vision for the future, and he can't knock ambition. And while she restocks her wares, we're off to answer a question. What would have happened to Seth Rogen if he didn't go into acting?
I don't know about you, but I got a hankering for a couple of donuts this morning.
So here's Andy. He's one half ex-cop, one half love machine.
Look at there.
Perfect.
My favorite one.
Yeah, as if they only ordered 3. Don't worry, they're just getting the rest of the order ready out the back. And why not just put these donuts in the middle of these really awkwardly placed tables? That's all a bit stereotypical, isn't it? All this police eating donuts? What's next? Will the producers get them to go out back and shoot some unarmed blue? So, Andy's mate, I don't know, let's call him Jim, wants to get down to some real talk.
Let's get into the brass tack.
And before we tack some brass, what is it with men of this age and dodgy tribal tattoos? They look like they wanted to black out an ex's name, but then just said, meh, just chuck some spikes on it and call it tribal.
What we were told from the beginning about inmate love.
Well, that all sounds a bit violation-y. Well, as long as he isn't sending thousands of dollars to a drug addict. I mean, you haven't been sending a couple of grand to where have you, Andy?
5,000 to 6,000.
And then he tries to drink his shake all seductively.
I've known JR.
Kinda missed his mouth there, though. Maybe didn't look as smooth as he thought he did. And maybe Frank wasn't quite brought to the yard by Andy's milkshake. But in the next scene, there's a celebrity in the background. Can you spot him? That's right. It's Tater. Fresh out of rehab after all that fame and fortune went to his head. Anyway, the cop does as a cop does and wants to check out Britany's history.
So what if we run a check on her?
Sure, okay, but it's a bit invasive, isn't it?
Go right ahead.
Alright, bloody hell. Just so happens to have brought his damn laptop along. That's convenient. Oh look, it's in the Chattanooga Valley in Georgia. Just next to the Chickamauga and the Chattanooga National Military Park, somewhere in the little area. And what else do we have around these parts? Well, you've got the Pure Lux massage. Prestigious. But on her record, Jim finds that she had 25 exes listed as cohabitants. This isn't the kind of body count you call forensics in for.
If she lived with that many different people, it throws a red flag
It's
for me.
a little off.
But Andy has his shot of cope ready for this occasion.
Yeah, you know, love is blind, right?
Sure, but that phrase is more for when you've got with someone who isn't very attractive. Maybe it'd be better to say, love is off its tits again.
It's the old adage.
Pretty much, Officer Rogan. Pretty much. So while they muse on that, we're going to be Britany with 1T, who's dealing with a nasty head injury.
I feel like I lost part of my...
But her story's a bit boring right now. She was in jail. She met a transgender person called Kerok, who's inside for...
gun charges and 4 robberies on Christmas.
Nice guy then. Although she was doing some time for robbery too. It's like Bonnie and Clyde, rewritten for modern audiences. When Kerok first saw Britany with 1T, he almost had a religious experience.
When she walked past, it was like this light. It was just following her.
Yeah, that's probably just the guard's searchlight. But hey, who am I to argue? Britany isn't at all bothered about the trans issue.
He's more ma'am than ever any other man I've ever met.
Well, you know, aside from that uterus. And here's where somebody actually says something worth hearing.
You know, the person you marry is not the person you divorce.
And that draws us to the end of the episode, my beautiful, beautiful people. Thank you so much for coming along, and I look forward to seeing you again. Why not check out one of these little beauties if you liked today's episode? And why not give us a little like? So until next time, stay beautiful, love to my 3, and you take care of yourself.